Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So the dollar pairs are still in confusion, and with the political chaos that's happening in the USA at the moment, that's to be expected. So let's start as usual with Euro USD on the 8-hour. You can see big up, big down, big up, big confusion. Okay, that is, I mean, we're not even building off structure. We're just bouncing around like a yo-yo at the moment. Overall trend is up, so that's why you've got the buyers coming in off what is perceived as structure. But for me, I want to see a little bit more solid structure. Now, there are a couple of things that are happening at the moment. So first, you've got the political noise in the US. Okay, that needs to settle down before you can actually start putting that behind you. The second thing is that you've got the jobs numbers. So we've got non-farm payrolls tomorrow, and then we've got our normal jobs number coming out today. Now, that is going to impact. You also have a Democrat win in the Senate, so that is going to give us a $2,000 stimulus check. So that may offset the jobs number, or it may not. Jobs number, in my opinion, is always, you might as well just toss a coin, because sometimes it works out like you expect it, and other times it doesn't work out. And then hindsight becomes the science. So at this stage, the dollar pairs for me are stay away. Don't bother with them right now. Keep them on your radar, keep watching. You'll see what's transpiring, but stay away from them. I'm not even interested in looking at this. This is the level that I want to see us hold, which is 123,111. But we're going to need to hold it properly, not bounce through it like this, bounce through it like that, and come back. It's a fairly strong level, and I want to see us hold that level. So, yeah, I don't think you're going to get much. You might get something this afternoon with the jobs number, but then it's probably going to go sideways till non-farm payrolls anyway. And tomorrow afternoon would be the opportunity that may arise. So anyway, Euro USD, there's nothing really there in my opinion. On US dollar, Japanese yen, just staying on the 1 hour, not even going to bother onto the 8 hour here. This trend line that we had, that we were expecting a bounce off, failed. We broke up, we've come back, and we've tested that break. So does this mean we are moving up? Entirely possible. If that is the case, that's stronger dollar against the Japanese yen. So we'll have to watch and see what transpires there. But again, with this pair, I would expect it to be moving down if the euro is getting stronger. So if the dollar is getting weaker against the euro, I'd really expect this to I'd expect it gets weaker against most currencies. But if I look at the South African market, the South African rand is getting weaker against the dollar as well. Got hammered quite badly yesterday. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on at the moment, but for dollar pairs, I'm staying well away from. This could be an opportunity to buy, could be a potential trend reversal at the moment, but obviously this level needs to hold. So 102.989 needs to hold. So there is potentially an opportunity. See what happens. A little level here. So if we can come back, pull back onto that and hold it, is an opportunity for a long here with a stop just below here. But I would keep that stop tight, keep that position really small, because as I say, you've got a lot of chaos to get through this week still. Okay, Euro, Aussie dollar. So it's also staying on the hour from yesterday's chart. So the trend is still down. We sort of came up, tested this flag break. We haven't quite hit the target, and we've got some kind of a double bottom forming here. For me, right now, if you are in this trade, probably take profit, or alternatively just move the stop from here above this area here. You probably end up taking a small loss by the looks of things, because I don't know if this is actually going to go. It may still move. It's still worth, I think it's still worth waiting for it to get down here, but that trade is still on at the moment. So after that, I'm not sure what you're going to see after that, because looking at the 8 hour, does look like the buyers are coming in earlier. Okay, so I think longer term, I'd want to see an 8 hour pullback on structure, and then a bigger move down. So there's nothing really transpiring there. British pound, Japanese yen. So we had flag, and then we're looking for a measured move breakdown to here on the flag break. That never happened, and instead we are just going sideways again. So if you look at all that chaos, just delete all this stuff here. We look at that on the 8 hour. I think we can safely assume that we have potential for upside here. So we are forming higher lows. This area of resistance 1044.60 is genuinely becoming an interesting area. So I'm just going to adjust that to those highs there. So that is 140.53. Let's just call it 140.50 area is what we need to watch. So for me right now, that is the range we're in, and the range is off support and the top of the range is off resistance. So we need to break that level one way or another. So break to the upside, 140.539, break, retest, long. Break this to the downside, 140.054, retest, we are short. So that is pretty much the bullish and the bearish setup there. So it can go either way. That's the way the cookie crumbles when we're looking at ranges. And the way that we've got big moves up, big move down, big move up, big move down, big move up, big move down, that big confusion, and nobody knows what to do at the moment. So and bear in mind, this is like Brexit, and this is like political noise, and there's so much going on in the world at the moment. I don't even want to go into it, but there's a lot of war talk. There's a lot of political noise. There's the vaccine, and there's the virus, and there's the resistant strain of the virus coming out of South Africa, and there's just so much noise at the moment. So I think that's clouding a lot of the AI algorithms at the moment, not knowing what direction to go in. But anyway, break to the upside, it's long. Break the downside, it's short. I mean, that's the simplicity of that. So it's still worth watching. Probably not as clear as what it was. These flags here were relatively clear. If you had a break and retest, there was definitely a move to the downside. And now you've got a range, so you just need to watch the range. Aussie dollar, US dollar. So that's the one pair that did break to the upside as expected. And looking at the 8 hour there, let's just move down to the hour. So you can see we had the break, pull back onto structure, retest, and then move to the upside again. So I think that measured move is pretty much done if I eyeball it like this. So that's the structure there, and I can probably, let's rather do this. There's our head and shoulders. Okay, shoulder, head, shoulder. Just move that up to there, and you'll see that measured move is done. So for this being a dollar pair at the moment, so yesterday I did say to you that there's looked like an opportunity here for a long. That has played out, and I think until the jobs number comes out, that is one thing I'm staying away from at the moment. And it does look like we're going parabolic here as well, so you can see pretty strong trend line. If I do, let's do that. So that was the original trend line there, and if I start drawing the new trend lines, I can do that. Okay, and then I draw the new trend line, which is that, and I can actually draw another trend line going up here. So you can see how it's getting steeper and steeper and steeper. So it's basically giving us a parabolic curve. Normally when that happens, it's getting to an exhaustion level and you expect some kind of a pullback. So that's kind of what I'd be looking at on this pair as well, just looking for a decent pullback to get back in on this long. Last pair is a British pound, Aussie dollar. This trade worked out as well. So you can see we had the channel, didn't get the retest, so no retest, no entry for me, but did work out testing this level, and we are now rejecting this level of 174.664. There's another one that's going parabolic though as well, so you can see there's the first trend line, there's the next trend line. So we are coming up to a pretty strong area of support, as I've pointed out quite a few times on the weekly. I would expect buyers to come in somewhere around here. The big question is where. You can line up a number of areas of support, but that's kind of what I would expect. I'd expect buyers to come in here somewhere along the line. And Brexit is a big part of this at the moment. So it's Brexit, which is causing this. But for me, I think the move at the moment is kind of done. So what I'd want to see is pull back onto structure before continuing the slide. So that measurement move's done. This is a range it's forming now. Let me just get this really messy. So you could take the break of the range, but bear in mind that you've got a pretty strong level of support here at 173,800, and then another one down here at 172,592. So just with the level of support to the left, I think it's kind of wiser just to sit and wait this one out as well, and look for something different. So yeah, that's kind of my view at the moment. Just bear in mind all the noise that's coming out this week. So first week of the year, there's going to be a lot of noise coming out. And then you've got last year's lows and highs, which are going to offer support and resistance. And breaks of those are going to be seen as significant because it's a yearly break in an algorithm's eyes. I mean, while it's just the next month for us that have got a brain. So be careful. Just my advice at the moment is sit tight today and tomorrow. If there's something that pops up that's genuinely a proper opportunity, grab it. But don't take half-baked opportunities. Wait for proper structure, wait for proper price action, wait for proper level, and wait for confirmation before even making a decision to get in on the trade. Markets are very volatile. They are going to be volatile for the rest of the week. So keep that in the back of your mind. Anyway, enough rambling from me. Hope it helps. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumb down if you don't like it. I appreciate the feedback so I know what to do. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We do this every single day, push out 4 videos, pretty much every week of the year as well. Bar 1 or 2 weeks where I need to take a break, but I'm always there to answer questions as well. Anyway, hope it helps, and we will catch up with you later. Cheers for now.